Smashbox Labs.
See what I mean? Didn't lose much.
Oh, we didn't lose any at all. This is where I was. Hey everybody, welcome to Smashbox.
Howdy.
Today we're playing more Super Mario, but this time, you know, a non-shitter is playing.
Yeah, I've taken the helm. I guess last session ended with we were going to record more, but it started pouring down rain where we took our little intermission, so we couldn't record more. Oh, hello. Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, it was the most inconvenient thing.
Oh yeah, it was like perfect timing for rain.
Yeah. Man, you ever have one of those weeks where you're just really frustrated all week and you just want to come home and beat your wife?
Fuck. No, not that last part for certain.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where you just want to come home and beat your gay lover?
Again, that's maybe more of a you thing.
Yeah. But I've been wanting to tell a couple stories on the channel this week.
Right. You watch the eclipse? I died again as I turned to you.
I actually did. I watched the eclipse.
We weren't. For fairness, we're not in a totality area.
Yeah.
So we really didn't get to see them that much.
Mm-hmm. We were in like an 80% or like a 90 or something.
I mean, we're good. I mean, it was a good percentage of it. I think
it was relatively shady.
Yeah.
It's like a big cloud. And I actually got to see it because I was at work. And I don't know if I told you this, but about 80% of the faculty said fuck it and went to Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah. So I think this week I've given more tests than I have in my entire life. I think I've given more tests than I've taken. You know?
Yeah.
And that fucking says something. Like,
fuck.
That wasn't your best, but I did that too.
Yeah. This is my first time trying this level.
Yeah. But so I was giving this test this week. It's called the TABE test.
Don't know what that stands for.
It's pretty much like a reading assessment.
Okay.
Right, like you're seeing where the student is.
They're probably
awful.
Not great. I mean,
if they have
fuck.
The rule of thumb
I tried
is
to come back.
Yeah.
Why would I try to come back?
Rule of thumb is if you have to take your test,
I got a game over, dude.
You got fucked, bud. But the rule of thumb is if you got to take the test, you're probably a shitter. So.
Come on, still on the first level of this stretch. Thank God.
Yeah, it didn't take. Like I said, it didn't take us far back.
Yeah, that's good. I don't really know what I was expecting like how much I was expecting us to have to go back through.
Yeah. I mean,
I just remember you dying repeatedly on that one section and having to do that one, like the bullshit level.
Yeah.
With the like where the shit's separating as you jump onto it.
Yeah.
And there's the swings.
I remember getting like flustered a little bit.
So you know, fuck that Koopa. I don't need him.
But yeah,
my daddy.
So I've been testing a bunch of retards all week, pretty much, more or less.
It's a nice way of putting it.
Well, to be fair, they are in intermediate reading and writing.
Is that like remedial? Is it worse than remedial?
It's worse than remedial.
Oh damn.
So it's not that they're retarded. It's just that like they
are close.
Yeah. And it's like because of the education that they received, like their education system failed them pretty much.
Nice.
So it's like they gotta deal with all that shit, and they're shitters. So
fuck, I missed that one.
So I fucking give them the test, and they have as much time as they need to complete it. It's an hour and 15-minute class. One student, after 45 minutes, last one left in the room, because they could all leave after they finished. Nice. Last student left in the room comes up to me and she hands me the test.
This girl.
Yeah, and she goes, I was supposed to do the mathematics portion and what else? And I was like,
no.
I was like, what? And she's like, well, I mean, I did up to page whatever. And I was like, I stare down at the test and I look up at her and I go, ma'am, I told you to start on page 39. And she goes, you said to start on page 1. No, I didn't. Page 1 is fucking physical science. Do you think I gave you a physical science test in an English class and then wanted you to go on to math? And keep in mind...
It could have happened.
Yeah, keep in mind, I'm a very... What's the word, guys? A patient individual?
Yeah. I would say overly patient.
Yeah, I'm a very... I'm. It's hard to rattle me. So the first time this happens, I'm like...
Hey, mistakes happen.
Yeah, I'm like, mistakes happen, and I give her a new sheet, and I'm like, start from page 39 and go to page 55. So about...
I could have made through there.
So about 30 minutes later, there's a second try. She looks down at the test, and then she looks up at me. And she looks down at the test.
Did you notice her looking at you?
Yeah.
You're like, something's wrong here.
Because it's at the
Something
point...
is still wrong here.
It's at the point where I have finished Watchmen, because that was what I had that book for.
Right.
So I knew I was going to be giving tests all day, so I just borrowed it to read it.
I don't even know what happened there.
And so I'm reading Watchmen.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're fine. But I'm reading Watchmen, and I look up as I'm on the big twist that Ozymandias completed his plan. Yeah, I don't know, man. Completed his plan like 35 minutes ago. And I'm like, whew. And I look up because I have that horrible habit where it's like if I see something funny. The audience can't see it, but I'm doing it right now.
Fuck you.
I'll look into someone's face or like into empty spaces I'm like on The Office. So I look up to like greet her, and I notice her already looking at me, and she's like a middle-aged housewife, right? And I'm just like, huh.
Something's off about this woman.
Yeah, and I was like, is something wrong?
It's her brain on drugs.
Yeah, and she's like, I was supposed to do what part again? And I was like,
oh man.
I was like, the language part. This is an English class. And she goes, oh, what page does that start on? And I said, 39. And she goes, oh. And I said, why? And she says, well, I started on page 55. And I'm just like, holy shit. I have my head in my hands, and at this point, I don't know what to tell her. This is like a 20, like for a non-stupid person, this is like a 20-minute test. Right? And I just...
Oh my goodness, I don't know why I tried to kill the fucking thing.
I look at her, Gaza, and I said, I'm sorry, what? And she says, yeah, I started at page 55 and I went to the end of the booklet, but now I'm out of spaces on my paper. And I swear to God.
Oh my God, it's good.
Yeah, I thought that was going to go into
I'm
that.
so mad. Why do I have to do that one level over again?
But this is why I was late coming home the other day. Because I was supposed to get home, I don't know if you know this, at 3 o'clock. And I got home at about 5 o'clock.
Yeah, you poor bastard.
Yeah, because this woman is just so dense, I guess would be the word for this. I don't know how to describe it, Gaza.
I mean, most people are pretty dense. I mean, if you struggle, you will sink.
That's, yeah. But like, don't get me wrong, man. You know, I've done some dumb shit.
That was smooth as fuck.
That was
a
pretty
total
smooth.
accident.
Like, I've done some dumb shit in my day. I've walked into doors, told people I'm color retarded.
Walked in on people having sex.
Yeah, a number of times.
Really heavy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I've walked in on a lot of people fucking.
Not your parents, I hope.
Oh no, I have.
That's a loveless marriage, right? There's no way you're catching that half.
God,
that's a unicorn sighting if I ever heard of one.
I think everyone's worst nightmare is seeing their parents fucking.
No, I think that the worst thing to happen is to walk in on your dad masturbating to "Oh Brother Where Art Thou," which, as I've mentioned before,
that is something
you brought up earlier. I think in your play time of Super Mario World.
Yeah.
As you brought up, has happened to one of us.
That is.
Spoiler alert, it's me.
It was, in fact, Gaza. But
that seems like a total Duke story, though.
It does. You know, the weird thing I think about... Oh, wow. The weird thing about my life
I didn't know what to fucking do there. I was like, well, I missed my exit.
Yeah, you kind of did cut yourself off there with the little fuzzy-lipped... what is that fucking critter? It's from, like, a show?
I don't know. I think we had this discussion, and we don't know what the fuck to call it.
Yeah. I'm just going to call it a Muppet.
A Muppet.
Yeah.
It's not really Muppety, I would say.
But
Looks like a Sesame Street creature, if anything.
what do you think is like
I don't know why.
the epitome, right, of a Duke story? What do you think hits that?
Well, it's got tragedy.
Uh-huh.
And bonus points if it's self-inflicted tragedy.
Yeah.
It involves bad luck of some sort.
Uh-huh.
Fuck me. Why? What is my problem?
It usually does not have fucking.
It usually does not end in, getting lucky.
Yeah. Or if I do get lucky, something awful happens to offset it.
Right.
Like,
well, I mean, lucky is in, like, getting laid kind of sense.
oh, yeah, I know.
What?
Like that one time it was after a football party or something, and...
A football party?
Yeah, I woke up in this girl's bed wearing, like a sock and a baby blanket. Have I not told you that?
No, you haven't. I don't know how you can wear a baby blanket.
Oh, okay. So like, I wake up in this room, right? It's a beautiful pink room. I see stuffed animals everywhere, and as I look down, I realize, oh man, that's not my baby blanket. That was the only clue I had that could have possibly told me it wasn't my room. So
somebody's baby blanket, definitely not mine.
Yeah. So I pull the blanket off
Did
of
you
my
sleep with
junk.
your baby blanket at this time?
Fuck you. You don't know. So
No, that's why I was asking.
You'll never know. But so I take the baby blanket
I
off.
could ask your mom. I'm sure she'd tell me.
Oh, she would in a heartbeat. But
She'd rat you out that quick, huh?
oh yeah, my mom would fucking sell me under the river, man.
Probably wouldn't even have to tell her. I need to know for the internet.
Yeah, she'd probably just let you know. But so I take off the baby blanket, right, and it's just my junk. I see no boxers anywhere. It's just my unadulterated ding dong.
And one sock.
Yeah, and one sock. And I don't have my glasses on either.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm totally fucking lost. I don't know where I am. I know I'm wearing a baby blanket that I don't recognize in someone else's house.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm sure it was a great situation to be in.
Mm-hmm. No idea where my phone is either, mind you.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, so I walk in.
I feel like I'm hearing a naked and afraid story.
I mean, I was both. So I walk out into the...
Ah!
I didn't know why you went for that. I walked out into the hallway.
It almost worked, so fuck you.
Walked out into the hallway, and I noticed something is off. Right?
It's your pants.
Well, besides
More
that,
than your pants, okay.
this isn't my house.
Worse than your pants? Well, you said that you already knew it wasn't your room. Fuck me.
Yeah, but I was hoping maybe my sister had just redesigned her room or something, because I've woken up drunk in my sister's room before when she's not home. You know, like one time I got really drunk and
hopefully not naked.
I was in her clothes. I got home from a party. I was really drunk, and then I was really mad at my sister, and she wasn't home, so I just peed all over her clothes.
Nice.
And then
classy move.
I got it on my clothes, so I just grabbed like the clothes that were on her bed and put them on, and then I passed out in her bed.
Nice.
And
you were a horrible brother.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Not as bad as my other brother, but I'm bottom two brothers. So I walk out of the hallway of this house and I hear like this sound of like tick 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 tap 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 tap. Someone's playing video games. And yeah, exactly. And so I walk into the living room, or rather I creep elegantly into the living room
with your ding dong out.
Yes, and a monocle. Not really, no monocle. But I walk into.
So that'd be a weird thing to wear to a football party.
So I walk in, and I see these two kids with their backs turned to me playing like a game. I couldn't see what it was. I didn't have my glasses on, but I knew they were playing a game. So it's at this point that I have two questions. One,
who are you people?
No,
where am I?
I wish that would have made more sense.
What year is it?
My first question was...
I think what year is it is the one to go with.
My first question was...
Is this guy time traveling?
My first
question was... Is this
question
guy waking
was,
up in different years before?
My first question was, how long was I out? And my second question was, are those my kids? So I'm at a fucking loss. And I can't help myself. I say out loud, oh, fuck. And they turn around.
It's the future.
Yeah. And they turn around. And they just don't know what to fucking say. Because there's a naked dude
they
in there.
gasp? Or did they, what the hell?
No, one of them, I guess they were...
Are they just stunned?
Yeah, they were kind of stunned. I guess they were like, it's like a stun grenade went off in their living room, made of like slightly not obesity and some guy their sister probably fucked.
Nice.
Because I'm standing there and I am totally.
Is this the house that the party was at, or
no?
Oh, so somebody took you home with them.
Yeah.
Some poor unfortunate soul took you home with them.
Yeah, no idea where I'm at, and so I sit there and I'm like, oh fuck, and the kids go, oh mom, and their mom walks in. She's like I gotta give it to her. This mom was hot.
Probably not the best situation to be in.
Well, I got
hot mom walks in. Oh.
So I see this hot mom and I get a boner.
Oh my god.
And I'm standing there awkwardly with a hot mom boner in her living room.
The what year is it thing is not gonna work at that point.
Yeah, it's like at this point I just look like some pervert.
Yeah.
And she screams.
Well, yeah, as would I.
And so I scream too. Because at this point I don't know what else to do. So we're screaming in her living room. And then she goes, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, what year is it? I said, where the fuck am I? And she goes, obviously in our house, you fucking pervert. And it's at this point that I just go, who are you? And she's like, my name is such and such, such and such. And I was like, oh fuck, is your daughter such and such of the such and such family fortune? And
where is it? Where's what? You're creeping me out, old man.
And so
it probably doesn't help that you look 40 years old.
Yeah. And so she's just like, yeah, that's my daughter. And I was like, oh no, because I know her daughter. Her daughter is not a nice girl.
Is she attractive at least?
Oh yeah, she had a fat ass.
Okay.
And
I mean, I guess it does, as far as like one night stands go, it doesn't matter how nice that you got drunk and had sex. It's a purely physical thing right there. You're like, yeah, hit that, boys, high five.
So I'm like, how the fuck
jock culture.
I was like, how the fuck did I get here? And she's like, I have no idea how or why you got here. And so I ended up arguing with this woman for like 10 minutes to let me use her phone.
Like, I'm supposed to be here. I just don't know I'm naked right now.
So then I called my mom.
Nice.
And I got her ride home.
That was probably a really good conversation.
Yeah.
Your mom seems chill.
My mom knew that I was a little bit too into the drinking. Well,
that's not the part I was talking about.
Oh.
It's the whole naked and afraid thing.
Oh yeah. But we'll talk more about that next time on Smashbox.
Talk more about your exposed ding dong.
Yeah.